Hi guys. So today we'll be solving six individual questions on the topic relationships. So these are essential because these come in various exams like SNAP, NMAT, and all. These don't come in CAT per se, but we can get proper sets in CAT. So I think these individual questions will help us establish a strong base so that we can then move on to difficult CAT questions. Okay, let's start. First question says, a man looks at a picture and says, her father's sister's son is my younger brother. How is he related to the person in the picture? Okay. So, usually in relationship problems, what I do is I denote male by a square and female by a circle. It just makes it easier. And normally, I try to solve the sum by considering myself in the problem. Okay. So, if you look at the first one, a man looks at a picture. So, he's looking at a picture of a girl because it says her father's sister. So, let's say this is a girl, her father's sister, sister's son. Okay, sister's son is my younger brother. It means he's also a child of this lady. Okay, and if I had to put myself in the question, then her, I'll be the girl whose picture this man is looking. So my dad's sister would be my bua in our typical relationships. So my bua's son, my bua's son would be my first cousin. And if this person is my bua's youngest child's elder brother, it means it's my bua's elder brother, and that means he's my cousin too. So this person is this girl's first cousin. Okay, and the question says, how is he related to the person in the picture? And we are talking about this girl, which is me. So this person is my first cousin. So I'll write here cousins. Okay, and this is the man who is stating the problem. I hope you got it. So this is how you can solve these sums. It just makes it a little easier. Now, second question. Patrice says Paul's father is the only son of my father. How is Patrice related to Paul? Okay, so let's say this is Paul. Paul's father is the only son of my father. So Paul's father's father, Paul's grandfather. So Paul's father is the only son of my father. So which means Patrice is here. Okay, so Patrice and Paul's father, they are siblings. How is Patrice related to Paul? Patrice would be Paul's aunt. Third question. Pointing to a photograph, Peg says, this man's wife's mother in law is my mother. How is Peg related to the man in the photograph? Okay. So there is a man. This man's wife's mother in law means the man's mom. She's my mother, which means I am either this man's sibling, right? Because it says is my mother, or else there is also one more possibility that I could be the man itself, right? So because we don't know the gender of Peg, so these questions are tricky that way. So this person, either this could be Peg, this could be the man. This is the man's wife's mother-in-law. Mother-in-law's is her mom. This is one way, or the other way could be that this man is only Peg. Okay, so now how is Peg related to the man in the photograph? So it's either Peg's picture only, or it is Peg's brother. So in exams, you'll have options and then you can just select the best possible answer. Fourth one, a man points at a passing woman and says, her father's sister's father's only son married my mother. Okay. Passes a woman and says, her father's sister's father's only son. Only son means there are just two siblings, okay? Or maybe two, but only one son. Only son married my mother. Okay. How are the two related? So if he's looking at me, if I am the passing woman, so my dad's sister, that's my bua's father's only son, that is my dad, married my mom. Okay, great. So how is the man related to me? Right? Which means that this man would be my sibling, right? Because it says my mother. So these two, the woman and the man, are related. They're siblings. Right, siblings. Fifth one. Joe sees a name in the newspaper and remarks, this person's father's mother's only son's sister is my wife. Okay. So we don't know the gender of the person right now because it says this person. I'll just make a circle and a square both. So this person's father's mother's only son, means we are again back to this dad. Only son's sister. Sister is my wife. So this is Joe, right? So this mother has two kids, a son and a daughter, and Joe is the daughter's wife. How is the person in the picture, which means this guy, is related to Joe, which means this guy? So Joe will be the uncle of this person, right? So Joe is the uncle of the person. The person could be niece or nephew, but that means that only, but we don't know. Okay, next question. There is a family of 3 generations having 8 members. 1, 2, 3. There are exactly 2 married couples in the family, and the remaining 4 members are unmarried. Okay. P's granddaughter K is an engineering student. So P is in the first generation. Her granddaughter is K. K is a girl, engineering student. L's mother C is a lawyer. Now we don't know, L could be in the third generation or in the second generation. So right now I'll just write it separately. L's mother, that's C, is a lawyer, while his, so L is a guy, L's maternal aunt means C's sister, B, is a banker. Then next one says A's son D is into shipping, while her son-in-law, so she has one more daughter, and married to a boy J, son-in-law J, runs a fitness academy, and they have a son, so runs it with his son. What is L's profession? Which means we need to find out this guy's profession. Okay, now right now I have just assumed that J is married to a female. It could be anything, but for questions like this, just assume that they are a straight couple. Okay, so clearly A belongs to the first generation. So combining everything, P is here, A is here. They have, for now, they have D as a son who's into shipping, right? They have a daughter, son-in-law J, who's into fitness. This couple has a son. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And we need to know that there are 2 married couples, right? It's given somewhere. Yeah, 2 married couples. So P and A are married, which means that the C and L. C would be married to J, who's a lawyer, because C has a son, right? And C's son is L. And L has a maternal aunt, which means they have one more child, a daughter, B, who's a banker. And we need to place K. Since there is only one married person, one married couple, which means C and J have two kids, a daughter K, who's an engineering student, a son L. And we know that J runs a fitness academy with his son. So J runs a fitness academy with his son. So L is his son, and L also runs a fitness academy. The question is, what is L's profession? Uh, Runs a fitness academy with dad J. Okay, let's check our answers. Cousins, aunt, nephew, Peg or Peg's brother, siblings, uncle of the person, and runs a fitness academy. Yeah, they are cousins. Um, Patrice is aunt, correct. Man's wife, yeah. Man in the photograph is either Peg or Peg's brother, correct. Siblings. Either nephew or niece of Joe, yeah. So I'm saying Joe is the uncle, correct. And L helps his father J in fitness academy, correct. So, see, these problems become easier when you break it down and you try to put yourself in the problem. And then, you can imagine your own personal relationships, and that way the sum pretty much becomes simple to solve. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you during the next set.